Okay, I'm having a great chat with not one, as you see, but two people, a married couple. This is Rob and Marty Frear. Let me put it this way. Marty is on your left, people who are watching this, and Rob is on the right. It's a little tricky. You guys founded, didn't you, the brass
Yes.
quintet? They are
Yes.
founders of the Crown City Brass Quintet in Los Angeles, which is coming up here. This is the first time in Santa Barbara? First gig here?
Well, in Santa Barbara City, yes.
Oh,
We've been in the county.
okay.
We've been up to Los Olivos. We've been done Ventura, Camarillo.
Okay, so you've been around, but not quite in the heart of the big city yet.
Not
And
not with the brass quintet.
okay, and believe me, the Brass Quintet, Crown City Brass Quintet, is going to be in the heart of downtown on Wednesday, July 4th. It's Independence Day, July 4th, Wednesday, in the Sunken Gardens, the famous Sunken Gardens of the Santa Barbara County Courthouse. And they will be presenting the 4th of July concert. Sponsored by, of course, the Cielo Foundation and also the Pierre Clison's Veterans Foundation. And it should be a hoot and a half, I would think, and as it always has every year. But the point is, what a wonderful way to sort of ring in the fireworks that are going to be blowing up Santa Barbara around 9 o'clock. So the concert on the 4th is at the Sunken Gardens, Santa Barbara County Courthouse for everybody that's watching this. 5 o'clock, free, absolutely free of charge. It's the Crown City Brass Quintet giving their, shall we say, metro debut in greater downtown Santa Barbara. And, you know, it's going to be all the patriotic medleys. We'll talk about that. But first, let me just ask you guys, whoever wants to take command of the conversation for a minute, how about how about just a quick rundown of these players in Crown City Brass Quintet?
Well, for this concert, we have Marty and I on trumpet. Now, Marty and I, as a married couple, met playing a gig in Palm Springs in a long time ago, and so we've been playing together for several years. I mean, she's only 25, so I guess we've been playing together for about 25 years.
Yeah.
And so then our horn player, Alan Fogel, is an absolutely spectacular young player. Plays in Wild Up, plays studio sessions all the time. The last concert I did with him was a Star Trek concert, and he just sounded amazing playing principal horn. Trombone player Andy Malloy is one of the founding members of the group. We started the group in 1992 in Tokyo, Japan. We were on tour with the Hollywood Bowl Orchestra,
Okay, thank you.
and Andy and Marty and I started talking and said, well, okay, we have a quintet now. So to that, we added Norm Pearson, the tuba player in the Los Angeles Philharmonic, and Ned Troinfels, who's a horn player who passed away in 1995, unfortunately, in an auto accident on the
Oh,
Santa Ana Freeway. But Ned was a staple throughout Southern California. And Norm and Ned and I had been playing together in a group since 1982. So that we were sort of like a shoe that fit well together.
boy, and
So
that is essential with any chamber ensemble, as we all
yeah,
know. You know, it works or it doesn't. And if it works for 20 years, that's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah.
exactly. So we started up. We've been going ever since. Our first concert was in Malibu
Yeah.
at St. Albans Church, and we've played throughout the United States ever since. We've done
Couple of
concerts in
concerts in Austin.
Austin, Texas. We've done New York. We've done a bunch of concerts in the Central Coast area. We love Central Coast wine, and so we're always happy to go up there. We,
Any
we,
excuse.
we can be bribed to go up there and play a concert and taste wine. And then let's see. So okay, so that's Andy Malloy, the trombone player, and our tuba player for this concert is Doug Tornquist, who is by far the best studio tuba player in the world right now.
Hmm.
Just an amazing artist. He also plays in
Modern
the
brass
Modern
quintet.
Brass Quintet is his group. I'll sub in his group. He'll sub in ours. We
Me too.
he's just a great player and a great musician, and another shoe that fits really well. So
Wow.
we put him in whenever possible.
Well, it's a virtuoso ensemble getting ready to give us a free concert on Wednesday, Independence Day, July 4th at the Sunken Gardens, 5 o'clock. I'm just going to scroll down here a little bit, just having a look, you know, the kind of standard program for a wonderful patriotic day event. Give me a little overview, not everything, but what are comments? What are people going to take away with them in their memory?
In large part, we're copying the concert the Los Angeles Philharmonic is giving at the Hollywood Bowl. A lot of the same stuff, Stars and Stripes Forever, lots of marches. We're playing the same Cohan medley that they are playing. We're playing
The same Armed Forces Salute.
Same Armed Forces Salute that they're playing.
But but arranged, of course, for brass quintet by anybody in the group, or just there are wonderful arrangements?
By a guy named Yari Villanueva, who happens to be a sergeant in the United States Navy Band, and he arranged it many, many years ago. And when the Armed Forces groups do this, they do it in an order where whatever service is playing it, that's the last one.
Nice.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Yeah, we're doing it just in the order that he originally did it, which is, what do we end with? Do we end with Navy? I think he was in the Navy Band. We're ending with Navy. So,
and you're going to ask people to stand, I hope, veterans? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We're going to announce the service. It's all going to get announced so they can stand. We're going to add to that some Scott Joplin, Americana.
Nice.
And some Jack Gale arrangement of That's a Plenty, to have a little bit of Dixieland in there, another fine American art form. So we're running the gamut in an hour with lots of marches.
Yeah, Sousa, of course. I see something about 3 songs from West Side Story. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Well,
nice.
Another thing we're stealing from the Philharmonic's summer season. They're doing a lot of Bernstein this summer, and we thought some Bernstein would be good because it's his 100th birthday year celebration, and great American composer. And we really like these 3 songs, ending with, of course, I Want to Live in America.
Yeah. Also, you have a very protective dog behind you, apparently.
There are 3 very protective dogs. They're being quite quiet right now.
They're being good, but they're getting hungry.
This is quiet for them.
Okay, so it's time. Let's move through.
Most of us have had a personal relationship with Mr. Bernstein, which so we love to play his music. We love to tell stories about him. There has never been a more colorful person, nor has there ever been a better artist or better musician. So.
Imagine being able to,
I'm sure we'll tell some of those at the concert.
And good. So there will be this kind of running narrative. People love that. Sure. It's so important.
Sure.
And also about Bernstein. I mean, what kind of a genius was that to be able to traverse all of these genres, and they're all masterpieces. It's incredible. So let's see what else. We've mentioned this is the Fiesta concert. Ordinarily, the West Coast Symphony gives a program, but it's been hard. There's been a flooding and a mudslide and rains and everything else, so things are a little bit tight. But again, thanks to Seattle Foundation and the Pierre Clison's Veterans Foundation, we're going to bring this hotshot brass quintet to town to shake things up a bit, get everybody all psyched up. An hour-long program that's perfect from 5 to 6. Wednesday, 4th of July. Everybody come down. It's free. Bring your sunscreen. Bring your folding chair. You know, the whole picnic thing. It's the Sunken Gardens at the Santa Barbara County Courthouse. An event all by itself. And then go on and wander downtown as you head toward the beach. All of you, maybe even, and audience to have a meal maybe in one of the restaurants and then walk on down to the beach and watch the fireworks. It's perfect. It's been a perfect event for years and years, and this is going to be no exception. I want to thank the Frears, Rob and Marty, for taking a few minutes of their evening before they feed the dogs. Crown City Brass Quintet coming up on July 4th. What a show. Thanks a lot, you two. Appreciate it.
Our pleasure.